Hello friends, today we are going to learn how to add new Typeform entries to Pipedrive as deals. Now Typeform is a form builder application and Pipedrive is a customer relationship management software. Now we will be integrating both these applications in such a manner that Typeform will be our trigger application and Pipedrive will be our action application. For example, whenever a new entry is received in Typeform, a new deal will be created in Pipedrive. This way, you can actually create a deal in your Pipedrive account without sharing their credentials. We will be doing this using an automation software that is Pabbly Connect. Let us learn how to do it. So in today's video, we will learn how to add new Typeform entries to Pipedrive as deals. We will be integrating Typeform and Pipedrive in such a way where Typeform will be our trigger application and Pipedrive is going to be our action application. And this integration will be done using an automation software, Pabbly. So as you can see, this is the landing page of Pabbly, and on the right top corner, you can see two options, sign up for free and sign in. If you don't have an existing account, you have to click on sign up for free, and because I have an existing account, I will click on sign in. It will take me to the login page of Pabbly where I can directly sign in with Google. As soon as I click on sign in, it will take me to this window where I can find all the applications that Pabbly provides. For integration today, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's just click on Access Now, and then I will be forwarded to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. On the right hand side again, you can see a blue button called Create Workflow. You have to click on that button because we are going to create a new workflow from scratch. So first thing that you have to give a name to the workflow. As we are using the two applications, Typeform to Pipedrive today. So I'm going to name this workflow the same. You can give any other name as per your comfort. Click on Create, and then two boxes will come in front of you, one with the name trigger and the other with action. Now what is an action and what is a trigger? A trigger is when this happens, which means you will add a trigger application over here. And why is it called a trigger application? Because the application will have an event which will be called trigger, and as that trigger happens, the action application will be affected in the same way. For example, today our trigger application is Typeform, and then it will ask you to enter a trigger event, that is new entry. Why? Because the trigger is new entry. As soon as a new entry is received by Typeform, the action will be creating a new deal in Pipedrive. So let's just connect our Typeform account to Pabbly Connect. Click on Connect and make sure that you have your Typeform account open in another tab. That will make it easier for Pabbly Connect to detect your account right away. Add new connection and then connect with Typeform. It will automatically detect and just ask for access. So click on accept, and soon the authorization will be done. So it's connected now. As you can see, the name of the form is Pipedrive. Why? Because this is my Typeform account, and you can see that there are two forms I've created. The form that I want to work on is Pipedrive deals, and that's what Pabbly Connect has detected. So I have opened this form in another tab in order to fill the form, and that detail, whatever details I'm going to fill in that form, will be captured by Pabbly Connect over here, right? So let's just click on Save and Send Test Request and go to enter the form. Because it's a demo, I'm using the name demo user, the email address as the name of the organization, and then the value of a deal. Because this is a demo form, then I'm just going to enter any random value. So we have filled the form, and let's just wait for this response being captured by Pabbly Connect. So as you can see, in no time the response is received. The name, the number, the value, the name of the organization, the email address that we entered, and the name of the person whosoever will be filling the form. So like the response have been received, let us proceed to the next step, that is creating a person ID in Pipedrive. Let me tell you, this is a very important aspect of creating this workflow, that it's very simple that our trigger application was Typeform and our action application was Pipedrive. That is true, but before creating a deal in Pipedrive, in your Pipedrive account, you have to first create a person, because that is how your Pipedrive deal will be connected to that specific person. So our action application is Pipedrive only, but we are going to use this application 2 times with 2 different events. Click on action and then first create a person. Because until and unless there is an ID made of that person, Pipedrive won't accept a deal. Now click on connect and connect your Pipedrive account to your Pabbly Connect. But again, I need to remind you that you should have a Pipedrive account already and log in into it. Then you go back to Pabbly Connect, click on add new connection. Now it will ask you for an API token. So just read what's written down here, that after logging in into your Pipedrive account, go to settings, personal preferences, and that will take you to the API. So just go to the settings on the right top corner. Personal preferences is the first option and the third one is API. Now click on generate a new token. Why generating a new token when already one is present? Because you might not remember for what purpose you used the last token. In order to avoid any glitch, just generate a new token, copy this and go back to Pabbly Connect to paste it over here. Click on save and your Pipedrive account will be connected to your Pabbly Connect. Now, because we are creating a person, it will ask you some basic details of the person whosoever is filling the form. Now, it is a very important step of the workflow that you have to do mapping of the information. What is mapping? Mapping is, this is the response we received from Typeform and the response was captured by Pabbly Connect. Now, the purpose of this whole workflow is to transfer this information of Typeform directly to Pipedrive without any intermediator. Okay, so the intermediator basically is Pabbly Connect. So we have to give this information the right pathway that will take it to the correct place in Pipedrive in order to create a deal. So when you click on this blank box, it will ask you to insert data from the previous step. And why is that? Because you already have the response. So do not enter the data by your own, but remember to map it through this drop down menu. So as soon as you click on this, it will provide you the whole list of responses, the same you received from Typeform. All right. So let's just scroll, or you can straight away enter. So it's here, demo user. Don't enter the detail manually. Remember to map it. Click on this and this was the name. Now you don't need to enter first name and last name separately because that's not what you did in your Typeform, but it will detect the first and last name on its own. There was no phone number, but there was an email. So the email was this, and these are the only details you need to enter. In order to create a person's ID, what do you need? You just need a name and the email address. That's enough for now. Click on save and send test request and wait for the response. You can see the response is received. The name was demo user. See, it itself detected demo, the first name, and the user is last name. You go down and here the email address is also present. One important thing was the data ID that we received. This data ID will be very helpful in connecting Typeform and Pipedrive. So you did this. So just remember to click on save in order to save your workflow till now. Then you can see a plus sign in the middle. You have to click this to add another step to this workflow. Now comes the final step, that is creating a deal in Pipedrive. So you again choose the application as Pipedrive, and now the action event will be to create a deal. This is the final step. Click on connect, because again you have to connect your Pipedrive account to Pabbly Connect. But remember, you've already connected your Pabbly Connect and Pipedrive account. You can click on select existing connection And this is your prior connection. So you just click on save and then it will automatically connect to your Pipedrive account. Now you have to fill in the details in the same manner, that is through mapping. Okay, but now that you have two steps, so like we click on the title, two options are coming over here because there were two steps inserting data from previous steps. So we had two steps before this, the typeform entry also and the Pipedrive creating a person step as well. So the title was from the typeform entry only. The name, like it, you can see right here, definition title, click on that. Creation date is not very necessary, but because it is present over here, you can enter. You did not enter it manually, but at the time of submitting the type form, it was recorded automatically. So if you want, you can click on this. Then comes the person ID. Person ID was retrieved from the create a person step, and the data ID is going to be your personal ID only. The value was entered at which step? Type form entry form. So the value of the deal was we entered 50. Okay, so I guess all the information that we filled in our form has been recorded in order to create a deal in your Pipedrive account. This is done, so let's just click on save and send test request and wait for the response. Successfully, the response have been received. The first word is success, which proves that our workflow has been created successfully without any hurdle. See, the creator's name is there, and if you scroll down, the person whoever is filling the form, his name, the email address, the data ID, the name of the form, the title, and the value. The date is also present over here. So this completes the whole workflow. Click on save and let's just verify. Go to your Pipedrive account and then click on deals. And here you can see the last deal that has been created is the name Pipedrive deals. Demo user was the name that we just used, and this is the email address we entered. So this is the whole deal that has been created, not manually, but through Pabbly Connect. And every time a person fills this form of the name Pipedrive deals will be entered over here and a new deal will be created in such a manner only. Let us just try to fill another form and check if this workflow works in a successful way or not. Remember to save your workflow, go back to the form and let's just enter a new name. Let us just call it with this name this time. The email will be this. The name of the organization will be the same. And the value of the deal, let's keep it 500 this time and submit. This has been submitted. Let us go back to Pipedrive and let's check. See, this is the Pipedrive deal, the last created. Click on this and see. The name of the person is Ashirai. The email address is here. And all the details have been collected over here. So this proves that our workflow works successfully. So let us do a little recap of what we did. Let me just close all the tabs to make it easier for you to understand. So this was the whole workflow in 3 steps. The first was the trigger application, that was Typeform. So you gave the event as new entry. Like anybody who submitted a new form in Typeform will be forwarded to Pipedrive for creating a new deal. But before creating a deal, Pipedrive is supposed to have a person of that same ID. So our next step is going to be to create a person in Pipedrive. Then you created a person in Pipedrive. In this manner, you mapped the name and the email address of that specific person. Clicked on save and send test request, and then this response was received, with the important part being the data ID or the person ID. Then came the last step, that was the action step of creating a deal. The event was to create a deal. As soon as a person ID is created, this form comes and you have to map the details using the prior two steps, that was the Typeform entry and the Pipedrive creating a person. You mapped all the important information, clicked on save and send test request. This response was received and therefore the work was done. Do not forget to save the workflow. This was the whole video. I hope this helped. Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.